नमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ येरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान्नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्तब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये 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 नमः। ॐ श्री पतंजलि महर्षये 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 नमः। ॐ श्री व्यास 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 महर्षये नमः। ॐ अथ श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योगदर्शन शास्त्रं प्रथमः समाधिः पादः प्रथमं द्वितीयं सूत्रम्। ॐ अथ योगानुशासनम्। ॐ अथ योगानुशासनम्। ॐ अथ योगानुशासनम्। योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः। योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः। योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः. We are trying to understand this second sutra, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, with the help of Sri Vyasa Bhashyam. So, the main things to be known are we are always the Paramatma Brahma Swarupa, but for whatever the reason that is lost, and in that ignorance, we have become the Jiva. Right now, we are living life as Jiva to suffer. And our struggles, sufferings end only when we discover back our Atma Swarupa. Now, what is sustaining us to be the Jiva continuously is our own Chitta. And what is that which is making the Chitta stronger, stronger, and forcing us to be samsari are the Vrutthis of the Chitta. Therefore, by doing the Nirodha of the Vrutti of Chitta, I, the owner of the Chitta, the Jiva, myself get dissolved into my real essential self called as Chitta. This is the whole thing to be understood. Then, Vyasa Bhashyame, we have seen by nature the Chitta is Prakhyarupa. The Chittarupa, Prakhyarupa Chitta is only two jobs are what? When it is extroverted, it is absolutely crystal clearly knowing everything. That Chitta, without intermingling, without confusion, without ambiguity. So that ability of the Chitta, because of which the Vrittis are conspicuously, crystal clearly known. That state of position is called as Samyak Prajnata Samprajnata Samadhi. Dhi is in such a sama avastha that it is Samyak Rupena Prakarshena Janati of all Vrittis. Now, which Vritti is coming, which one is going, what is the use of, कोई control ही नहीं है, like unruly traffic. That is Samprajnata. Same Chitta. Instead of trying to know the Vrittis, if it is focusing on the self, in that effort of it, the Chitta dissolves. In the dissolution of the Chitta, when only the self is experienced, that is called as Asamprajnata Samadhi. Both are called as Yoga. So, Yoga Shastra, Yoga Darshanam, Yoga Sadhana, Yoga Anubhuti. Okay? We are studying Yoga Shastra, in which the Yoga Marga is taught. In this, Yoga Sadhanas are achieving two types of Samadhi. And then Yoga Anubhuti is Kaivalya Sthiti. So, this Prakhyarupa Chitta with Tamas, with Rajas, with both of them, when it is endowed or disturbing, how the Vrittis of the Chitta are, we have discussed it exhaustively. Now, the last topic was, if the Chitta is in the Shuddha Sattva Guna, not influenced by Rajas and Tamas, How it is? First is, it is in Sarupa Pratishtam. It is in its own pristine form of Swarupa Pratishtam, Sattva Guna. It is not troubled into the Rajas Tamas if it is there. Those Vrutthis of Adharma, Avairagya, Anaishwarya and Ajnana. Even Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya, Aishwarya are the seekings of the Chitta of that person whose Shuddha Sattva Chitta is troubled by the Rajoguna, influenced by Rajoguna. When the Rajoguna goes away, there will be no interest even for Dharma, Vairagya, outer Jnanam and Aishwarya. It is in its own position. Shuddha Sattva Gun mein rehta hai. But that can be used for this purpose. And what is that purpose? Ki Sattva Purusha Anyata Khyati. सत्व का मतलब अंतःकरण का, पुरुष का मतलब अंदर का परमात्मा का, दे आर सेपरेट. दैट ख्याति, दैट ख्याल is the next step we have to achieve through this ekagra chitta, ekagra bhumika yukta shuddha chitta, which is not troubled by rajas tamas. Only then we can understand clearly purusha alag hai, antakaran alag hai. What we talk about Sakshi Bhava in Vedanta is Sattva Purusha Anyatha here. I am Sakshi, it is Saksha. I am Drashta, it is Drushya. Everything else other than me is Drushya, including Panchakoshas. Here talked about Chitta. So Chitta Drushya hai, Atma Druk Swarup hai. So they are all Anyatha. They are not same, they are different. This Khyati will be the result of the Ekagra Bhumika applied, which is very essential. Anyatha Khyati. Now, this Anyakta Khyati of Sattva and Purusha, which is obtained and established because of Ekaga Brahmi, is called as the one which again leads to the next stage of Dharma Mega Samadhi. What is Dharma Mega Samadhi? After having the Anyata Khyati, that Chitta is separate and Atma is separate, then with the sadhanas given, when we do the Yoga sadhana, be attentive. All the klesha and karma get dissolved. The klesha karma dissolution sthiti is called Dharma Mega Samadhi. To reach to that, whatever sadhanas are to be done, and for that sadhanas to do, this ekagra chitta is essentially required. It helps there. That is the meaning of ki Dharma Mega Dhyana Upagam Bhavati. That chitta becomes qualified for doing Dharma Mega Dhyanam. What is Dharma Mega Dhyanam? Ki remaining in Swadharma, not entering into the Klesha Karma. So, Vrittiyo mein Kleshata Karma nahi hona. That pure expression is called Dharma Mega Sthiti. To that, this stage, this Ekagra Chitta helps. And that Parampra Sankhyanamiti Achakshate Dhyayana. Up to this we came yesterday. That is said to be the Param Prasankhyanā Sthiti of the Dhyata in his Chitta, where he is in the supreme clarity of understanding the Chitta to be separate, the Chitti to be separate. He has not yet totally dissolved the Chitta, not yet come to the Chitti as Atma. That is the Nirbija Samadhi Asampragnata. For that, this is the cause. So he has come up to this level. Now, when the Chitta and Chitti or Sattva and Purusha are understood to be separate, the Sattva ka to Lakshan kya hai, we know it. It is a subtle matter, it is an Antakarana. Depending on the gunas, it goes through these three types of thoughts. वो हमको पता है. What is this Chitti Shakti? What is this Chaitanya Tattva? What is Atma? What is Paramatma? What are its Lakshanas? See, in Upanishad also, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Same thing said in Yoga Bhashya is this one. The 5 words are used. Chitti Shakti, Aparinami, then Aparinamini, Apratisankrama, Darshita Vishaya, Shuddhacha, Anantacha. So that Chitti Shakti, which is our goal to be reached after first achieving Sampragnata Samadhi, thereafter the Asampragnata Samadhi. In the Sampragnata Samadhi, Shuddha Sattva Guna Vrutthis definitely are there. Because of that Vrutthis only we are able to separate the Chitta, only we are able to understand the separation between the Chitta, that is Sattva, as well as Chitti, that is Purusha. After that only, with this Ekagra Bhumika only, with this Sampragnata Samadhi Yukta Chitta, only the Purusha Lakshanas which we are now going to study, we are able to study deeply on the seat of meditation. And thereafter, we maintain the mood of those Lakshanas of Paramatma Tattva. Then these Chitta Vrutthis dissolve. Then we experience that Chitta with these Lakshana. Just like in Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. In the deep understanding of Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma and abiding in that, everything other than that dissolves, then we experience it as Paraprapti in Vedanta we just studied. Here also same. So Shiti Shakti Aparinamini Aparisankhyeya, then Darshita Vishaya, Shuddha Ananta. Okay, Apratisankrama. Aparinamini, Apratisankrama, Darshita Vishaya, Shuddha Ananta. So each of them, what are they? First and foremost is Chiti Shakti or the Chaitanya or the Paramatma in us is He Aparinamini. Means what? In that the Parinama, the changes never happen. Like in the Chitta Vrittis, because of the three gunas, continuous modification, Parinama, is it happening or not? Continuously it is Parinamita. Never ever remaining the same, even for a fraction of second also. So, in spite of all these differences or the parinama that are happening in the vrittis or the chitta because of guna, परमात्मा तत्व जो है उसमें कोई परिणाम नहीं होता. This परिणाम नहीं होता. Here what is said here is they are said as satyam in the Vedanta. Okay, what is the meaning of aparinamaha? Ki so the aparinamini avastha of the chitta is, it is like this. What is that? Ki Purva dharma apaye dharmantara utpatti parinamaha. What is the parinama? What is the meaning of transformation or modification or the change? Ki a vastu has its own some dharmas. Those dharmas are given up and the new dharmas are taken up. That is called as parinama in that. Like the milk becoming the curd. When you add the jamai to that, so the purva gunas of the milk are gone, the new gunas of the curd are taken up. You can't use the curd for making tea or coffee anymore. In the same way, in this world, everything is Nirantara Parinamashila by changing its dharmas to the new ones continuously. Never remains any same. But in this way, Dharma Parinama, Dharma Antara Parinamata is not then Paramatma. So that's what we'll see in the Vedanta also. Paramatma ka Lakshan Satyam Jnanamanantam. In that Satyam Jnanamanantam, it never becomes Aparinamita. Means Satya will never become Asatya, Jnanam never become Jada, then Ananta never becomes Santa. That is how Chitti Shakti is Aparinami. It is not undergoing any modifications like the Vrutthis modify. In fact, this itself becomes source of meditation. Find in your own meditation what is that when everything is parinamita, itself is not parinama, not going to in parinama, and that is you. We reach to that. And we know it also throughout our birth to death, whatever the life we are going through, all parinamas are happening only at the upadhi level. The child, this little grown up boy, then teenager, then youth, middle age. So the body is changing, the experiences are changing, knowledge is changing, emotions changing. But the illuminating consciousness of all of that, is it changing? It's not changing. That's why it is aparinami. I is the same. And that I only we have to catch. Now in Vedanta and Yoga, same thing. What is that I? How to catch it? That is what we are telling. That is called as I, which never changes. Other than this, there is no other definition that is given. Then how to reach to that? Everything which changes when you drop, you reach to your changeless self. When you reach to that, you find that it is your own self. Self is explained as changeless or satyam. That's all. You have to experience it that way. Don't expect it to be explained in the form of uska color kya hai, uska height kya hai, uska weight kya hai. That is all belonged in the vastus of the prapanch. Self is aparinami. Therefore, what is that which is aparinami is called as self. Therefore, by dropping all the parinama, when you reach the parinama vastu, you discover that that is yourself and that is experience. It has no other parameters to be explained. Please remember it. सेल्फ को अपरिणामी ही बोलना पड़ता है, सत्य ही बोलना पड़ता है. There is no other way. Tomorrow we will see more exhaustively when we study our Vedanta Bhashya of Adi Shankara of Taittiriya, second Valli Brahmananda. So here also aparinamini is non-modifying. Clear? Like the vrittis get modified. You know, the Sattva Guna vritti, fraction of time again Rajoguna vritti. In that Rajoguna also so many vrittis come and go. So Nirantara Parinami. So, see, in the Yoga Bhasha, the Paramatma is said to be the Kutastha Nitya, then the Prakriti is said to be the Parinami Nitya. Both are Nitya, but Paramatma is Kutastha, never changing, but the Prakriti goes on changing, but it is also Nitya, they say. In this only the Vedanta differs. Vedanta at the ultimate Brahma level, there are no even Prakriti and its gunas also. So Chiti Shakti Kim Asti Aparinamini means when all the vritti are getting Parinamita, it is not getting. One. Second is what? Aprati Sankrama. Okay. What is that Aprati Sankrama? Prati Sankrama Samcharaha Sa Chitte Na Asti Iti Artaha. So the Chiti Shakti doesn't move. Prati Sankraman nahi hai. It has got no mobility, no movement, because everywhere there it is stable. Therefore, the pratisankramanam it is not there. Whereas the mind and the vruttis jump from one object to the other, one place to the other, one thought to the other. Are they not moving? They are moving. So parinama is changing because of gunas. And pratisankrama is shifting from one vritti to the other, one object to the other. Is Atma Tattva mein even this Pratisankramana also is not there. The Pratisankramana is another meaning is given to us. Ki Sankramana means, the Sankramik Roga we talk about in Hindi or some of the languages, the contagious diseases. Sankramik Roga hai. तो उससे बच के रहना, corona and all. So, in Paramatma Tattva, the Sankranam is not there. Means what? The vrittis, when they are changing, that changing vrittis never do the lepa of the Paramatma Tattva. It is always nirlepita. When the vrittis come and go, and when they are staying, they are dancing in different tunes. That doesn't create lepanam to Paramatma. Therefore, is called as Apratisankrama Swarupa. So, Aparinami is as is always, never changes. Like the vrittis change according to guna, nor Pratisankramanam, he doesn't move also, as well as he is not lepita by any of the vrittis. That's why see, Sukha Dukkha coming, going, Raga Dvesha coming and going, all variety of things are happening, but none of them are doing lepanam to the conscious self in me, which is eliminating all of them. So parinamit bhi nahi ho raha hai, lepit bhi nahi ho raha hai. So Chiti Shakti hi aparinamini aprati sankrama. Then the third one about Chitta is called Darshita Vishaya. Interesting thought it is. Darshita Vishaya means what? It is pure conscious self. Then Chitta, whatever the vrittis it has got, it goes on showing it to him. So the Chitti Shakti is only Darshakaha. And to him the Vishayas are Darshita by the Chitta. Therefore, it is that which is Darshita Vishaya by the Chitta. Chitta goes through modifications of the vrittis. Chitti doesn't go through modification. But any modification that are happening in the Chitta are Darshita to the never modifying, ever present, always being in the conscious state, Chitti. So Darshita Vishaya means what? Chitti is not getting the Vishaya Karata. Chitti consciousness remaining as consciousness. बट इसके सामने ये चित्त अपने विषयों को ले आकर दर्शित करी जा रही है, करी जा रहे. What is the chitti is doing? Only darshanam of it doing. It is not becoming vishayakara. Consciousness never takes the shape of the vrittis of the antakarana. Consciousness only illuminates the antakarana vrittis when the antakarana is presenting those vrittis in front of consciousness. Darshita Vishaya is that meanings. Okay. Mm. Mm. And the Shuddha. What is the Shuddhata of the Chaitanya Atma? Is Shuddhata is what? Ki it is pure Jnapti Swarupa. It will come in the future lines also. And the Ashuddhata is the Trigunatmika Prakriti only of Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. So the Shuddhata of the Chaitanya Atma is what? In that neither these three Prakritis, Gunas, nor the thoughts because of these three Gunas never ever come or stay or touch it. It is Shuddha, immaculate, pure all the time. So the Prakriti Rahitya is the Shuddhata of this Chitta, this Chitti in us. This is what is Shuddhata. And what is the Anantata? Ki, the Anantata is ki, there is no end to that. It is always permeating, and when the things come and go, the Vrutthis, etc., and because of the Gunas, the Vrutthis, even because of Gunas, even the Avasthas come and go. सत्वगुण प्रधानता है तो जागृत अवस्था, रजोगुण प्रधानता if it is there in swapna, and tamoguna pradhanata is in sushupti. When they are coming and going and they are limited and conditioned, this ananta hai, this chitti shakti, which is that way never conditioned and made to be limited or antayukta. So there is that chitti in us. That chitti with these five qualities is being comprehended after we reach to the chitta's sampragnata samadhi level. Clear? All these are thoughts only. Sampragnata samadhi yukta chitta is able to listen and understand the self to be like this. This is only understanding level. After this understanding, we get fully established. This, in other words, is called as Viveka Khyati also. Then all other vrittis are dropped. Then even to these vrittis, be attentive, which are proving what is the nature of the Chitti Shakti, those vrittis are also dropped. वो ऑटोमेटिकली वहां होता है क्योंकि वो चित्ती में प्रवेश करना ही है उस जीव को. When those vrittis or the understandings also are dropped, the experience comes which is beyond understanding. That is called as Nirbija Samadhi. So what we are doing here, ki Bhashyakara, what he explained in the second sutra, ki Chiti Shakti Aparinamini Apratisankrama Darshita Vishaya Shuddha cha Ananta cha. This is it explained now. Now this state is something other than the highest stage called as Viveka Khyati. Therefore, the Viveka Khyati, where Shuddha Sattva Guna is there, which is able to differentiate between a Sattva and Purusha, even towards that also we get Vairagya. That's called a Paravairagya. Theoretical knowledge ko bhi chhod dena. Then we enter into an experience called as the Nirvija Samadhi. 2-3 thoughts are there in that. Studying that, we will continue tomorrow. In the tomorrow's discussion, after this is done for some time, then the Bhumika for the third Vritti comes so simply. See, when all the Vrittis are dissolved, what happens to this Purusha to whom these Vrittis were belonging? What happens to Arupaya Avasthanam? He will discover his own identity with his own essential self. If that is not done, then what is that? He will identify the Vrittis and just get lost into samsara as a jiva. No, I don't want. Then, okay, listen, which are the vrittis which come in the mind to be eliminated? The list of those vrittis are given, 5 main vrittis. Then, how to do the nirodha of the vritti will be told to all the sadhanas of Abhyasa Vairagya, Ishvara Pranidhana, Yamaniyamadi. This is how this Yoga Shastra is very practical, very clear. If we can show our interest to understand and have the inspiration to start and do sadhana. Let's see tomorrow remaining. Today being Geetha Mata Jayanti. So as we are studying Geetha, this Yoga Darshanam, now in Bhagavad Gita also the 6th chapter is the one which has the Yoga Darshanam elaborated beautifully Krishna. Therefore, as our offering to Geetha Mata and Lord Krishna and Vyasa and all, chant 6th chapter for some time so that there is a celebration. And Upasana Puja to Geetha Mata, Ashtotram, and some other chantings and some Mahima of the Gita, knowing that we have no time now. We will do at 11 o'clock Vishnu Sahasranam class little, and the night when we do our Bhagavata Ramayana, in between that we spend some half an hour where Gita Mahima will be explained 2 or 3 chapters also are chanted. If possible, Gita Ashtotram also will do. So today in Bhagavatam we will see Sri Uddhavaji's complete reply to Krishna and Krishna Bhagavan's orders to Uddhava. Itna hum dekhkar turant we go for our Gita. Anyway, to our Bharata Mata, Bhagavan Krishna gave 3 things. One, his own wonderful, beautiful Rupa for our Nirantara Darshanam. Then he gave Bhagavad Gita and he himself entered and gave the Bhagavat Mahapurana. The Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavat Puranam, and his own Divya Sundara Rupa. These are things for all eternity Krishna has given for his bhaktas, which gives them the liberation. Let us start. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Atha Shashtodhyayah Atma Samyama Yogaha Anashritah Karma Phalam Karyam Karma Karoti Yaha Sasanyasi Cha Yogi Cha न निरग्निर्न चाक्रियः यं सन्न्यासमिति प्राहुः योगं तं विद्धि पाण्डव न ह्यसन्न्यस्तसङ्कल्पः योगी भवति कश्चन आरुरुक्षोर्मुनेर्योगं कर्मकारणमुच्यते योगारूढस्य तस्यैव शमः कारणमुच्यते यदा हिनेन्द्रियार्थेषु न कर्मस्वनुषज्यते सर्वसङ्कल्पसन्न्यासी योगारूढस्तदोच्यते उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानमवसादयेत् आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुः आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्तस्य येनात्मैवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवतो जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः ज्ञानविज्ञानतृप्तात्मा कूटस्थो विजितेन्द्रियः युक्त इत्युच्यते योगी समलोष्टाश्मकाञ्चनः सुहृन्मित्रार्युदासीन मध्यस्थद्वेष्यबन्धुषु साधुष्वपि च पापेषु समबुद्धिर्विशिष्यते योगी युञ्जीत सततम् आत्मानं रहसि स्थितः एकाकीयत चित्तात्मा निराशीरपरिग्रहः शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरमासनमात्मनः नात्युच्छ्रितं नातिनीचं चैलाजिनकुशोत्तरं तत्रैकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा यतचित्तेन्द्रियक्रियः उपविश्यासने युञ्ज्याद्योगमात्मविशुद्धये समं कायशिरोग्रीवं धारयन्नचलं स्थिरः सम्प्रेक्ष्य नासिकाग्रं स्वं दिशश्चानवलोकयन् प्रशान्तात्मा विगतभिः ब्रह्मचारिव्रते स्थितः मनः संयम्य मच्चित्तः युक्त आसीत् मत्परः युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं योगी नियतमानसः शान्तिं निर्वाणपरमां मत्संस्थामधिगच्छते नात्यश्नतस्तु योगोऽस्ति न चैकान्तमनश्नतः न चाति स्वप्नशीलस्य जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुन युक्ताहारविहारस्य युक्तचेष्टस्य कर्मसो युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः यदा विनियतं चित्तम् आत्मन्येवावतिष्ठते निःस्पृहः सर्वकामेभ्यः युक्त इत्युच्यते तदा यथा दीपो निवातस्थः नेङ्गते सोपमा स्मृता योगिनो यतचित्तस्य युञ्जतो योगमात्मनः यत्रो परमते चित्तं निरुद्धं योगसेवया यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति सुखमात्यन्तिकं यत्तद्बुद्धिग्राह्यमतीन्द्रियं वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं स्थितश्चलति तत्त्वतः यल्लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यन्तेनाधिकं ततः यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते तं विद्या दुःखसंयोगवियोगं योगसंज्ञितं स निश्चयेन योक्तव्यः योगो अनिर्विण्णचेतसा सङ्कल्पप्रभवान् कामान् त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः मनसैवेन्द्रियग्रामं विनियम्य समन्ततः शनैः शनैरुपरमेत बुद्ध्या धृतगृहीतया आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत् यतो यतो निश्चरति मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरं ततस्ततो नियम्येतद् आत्मन्येव वशन्नयेत् प्रशान्तमनसं ह्येनं योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम् उपैति शान्तरजसं ब्रह्मभूतमकल्मषं युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं योगी विगतकल्मषः सुखेन ब्रह्मसंस्पर्शमत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि ईक्षते योगयुक्तात्मा सर्वत्र समदर्शनः यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति सर्वभूतस्थितं यो मां भजत्येकत्वमास्थितः सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि स योगी मयि वर्तते आत्मौपम्येन सर्वत्र समं पश्यति अर्जुन सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं स योगी परमो मतः अर्जुन उवाच योऽयं योगस्त्वया प्रोक्तः साम्येन मधुसूदन एतस्याहं न पश्यामि चञ्चलत्वात् स्थितिं स्थिरां चञ्चलं हि मनः कृष्ण प्रमाथि बलवदृढं तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये वायोरिव सुदुष्करम् असंयतात्मना योगः वायोरिव सुदुष्करं श्रीभगवानुवाच असंशयं महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहं चलम् अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते असंयतात्मना योगः दुष्प्राप इति मे मतिः वश्यात्मना तु तथा शक्यो वाप्तुमुपायतः अर्जुन उवाच अयति श्रद्धयोपेतः योगाच्चलितमानसः अप्राप्य योगसंसिद्धिं कां गतिं कृष्ण गच्छति कच्छिन्नो भयविभ्रष्टः छिन्नाभ्रमिव नश्यति अप्रतिष्ठो महाबाहो विमूढो ब्रह्मणः पथि एतन्मे संशयं कृष्ण छेत्तुमर्हस्य शेषतः तदन्यः संशयस्यास्य क्षेत्तान ह्युपपद्यते श्रीभगवानुवाच पार्थ नैवेह नामुत्र विनाशस्तस्य विद्यते नै कल्याणकृत् कश्चित् दुर्गतिं तात गच्छति प्राप्य पुण्यकृतान् लोकान् उषित्वा शाश्वते समाः शुचीनां श्रीमतां गेहे योगभ्रष्टो विजायते अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमताम् एतद्धि दुर्लभतरं लोके जन्म यदीदृशं तत्र तं बुद्धिसंयोगं लभते पौर्वदेहिकं यतते च ततो भूयः संसिद्धौ कुरु नन्दन पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव ह्रियते ह्यवशोऽभिसः जिज्ञासुरवियोगस्य शब्दब्रह्माति वर्तते प्रयत्नाद्यतमानस्तु योगी संशुद्धकिल्बिषः अनेकजन्म संसिद्धः ततो याति परां गतिं तपस्विभ्योऽधिको योगी ज्ञानिभ्योऽपि मतोऽधिकः कर्मिभ्यश्चाधिको योगी तस्माद् योगी भव अर्जुन योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां समे युक्ततमो मतः इति ओं तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे आत्मसंयमयोगो नाम षष्ठोऽध्यायः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः हरि ओम तत्सत् श्रीकृष्णचंद्र गीतामातुः चरणारविन्दारुणमस्तु शांति 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 पूजा etc we'll see in the evening. Thank you. God bless you all. Om Namo Narayana.